This is 2K Sports, broadcasting from Houston, Texas, as the Rockets take it to the hardwood. The Houston Rockets come into this one following a loss to the Timberwolves. And guys, the hometown fans not pleased with that dreadful performance. They saw their team get knocked out cold.
You know, I don't like to use the word shock, but that was a shocking result for me. Nobody saw that one coming. To lose to that team was surprising enough, but to get blown out like that?
I know. I mean, I'm with you there. It just seemed as though they were sleepwalking their way through that entire game. It was, in my estimation, just inexcusable.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's check out who's on the floor, courtesy of Gatorade. So the Lakers 5 right now. Kobe and Randall, the forward duo. Clarkson is out there with Russell, and it's Hibbert in at the 5. Well, for James Harden, with his incredible regular season last year, Clark, you knew he was in for a great postseason as well.
And it was a bit of a roller coaster for him in the playoff run. I mean, he could vanish one game, but then explode for 40 in the next.
Brewer, good.
A lot of times in the first quarter, it will dictate how big a role a player has later on.
First quarter of play, 1 minute played. The drive by Bryant. One up, one down, 2 points with his first shot this game.
Great job of screening there. Nice job to take it to the rim and get the finish.
Lawson dishes to Capella. Shot from 12. Rebound by Kobe.
Awesome defense. I mean, he'll hit those unless you're right in his grill.
Lakers working the ball around now. Plenty of daylight on that shot.
A good open look, and he splashes home the 3.
The Rockets have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. And I think Doris Burke has something for us right now. Doris?
Yes, Kevin, I had a chance to catch up with Kevin McHale. They'll be up against one of the true giants of the league in Roy Hibbert. And he talked about how impressed he is with Hibbert's dedication to improving his game, saying he's gotten better year after year. And now is one of the guys you have to account for, really at both ends of the floor. Defensively, you've got to get low and try to root him out of the paint. And then on offense, we'll probably look to put him in pick and rolls to test his mobility. Seems like a smart strategy, guys. We'll see how they do.
And thank you, Doris. Harden draws the double. 6 on the shot clock. And so it looks like the Rockets will retain possession here.
Rockets ball.
2 on the clock. Here's Brewer. Just couldn't take the lid off. They had their chances, but came up empty. On occasions last year, the Lakers were all right on offense. Other times, they were just stagnant. There was just no motion, nothing going on.
That's a great point. And their ball movement could use some work. A lot of ISOs last season, and it killed a lot of the flow the team had in the half court.
And it's sent back by Kobe. The drive by Russell. Up top, Kobe. Again, the miss by Bryant.
You know, for the Lakers, they were okay in the assist department, guys, but they were dead last in the league in secondary assists. That, to me, is indicative of an inefficient offense and also a new stat category.
.146 left to play in the first quarter. And it's James Harden with the rebound. And it's the Rockets on the break. And it's sent back by Bryant. Jacks up a 3. Kept alive. Russell kicks to Randall. Comes out of the gate empty. He's 0 for 1.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be, because he is so strong in the paint.
Lawson with him. Picked up by Hibbert. Lawson the pass to Capella. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2.
And for the Lakers and that secondary assist stat, that just means they aren't making the extra pass, or it means they are holding on to the ball too long. Either way, it hurts the offense.
And he's got his first free throw of the game. That free throw, no good.
Yeah, the Rockets were able to make it to the second spot in the West at the very end of the season. Actually came down to the last day. They could have ended as low as 6th going into the final games.
Looking at who's out there now for the Rockets. Terrence Jones is checked in for Moniunas. Reza comes in for Brewer. Marcus Thornton, he's checked in for James Harden. And it's Patrick Beverley in for Ty Lawson. On the wing, Williams. Back to Russell. Bass with a screen for Russell. An easy layup after coming off the pick. Russell's got 5 points so far. Last season for the Rockets, they finished as the #2 team in the West to the Golden State Warriors. But, you know, gee, they had to battle the whole way through.
Yeah, in part because of injuries. I mean, the Rockets did well to come in second in the West, but it was because they took care of the so-called easy games. 33 wins in the conference, but a record of 12-16 against the other playoff teams out West.
Several lead changes going on here in the early portion of this game.
Yeah, but neither team really able to jump ahead.
Yeah, it reminds me of that cameo song, Back and Forth.
Here's Capella. Thornton dishes to Jones. And the first shot of the night for him missing. For Los Angeles, they've gone just a shade under 50% from the field. 5 of 11. Down low. Score the basket, his second of 2 attempts.
Those defenders look like they're out of gas. I mean, they're getting pushed around on the low block.
Yeah, but they better rally soon because they've given up 3 straight buckets in the paint.
Sacre with the block, and they'll keep possession. And the basket by Jones. Russell with a wide open look. That misses, would have counted had it gone in. So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close game. There's no doubt there's great respect that Harden is showing for Coach Kevin McHale, which is what you need sometimes as a coach. You've got to command that respect from your players.
You know, it's kind of like a honeymoon period. You know, when it's clicking, it's like magic, and you just try to keep it going. But it all comes down to the coach listening, sharing, and taking the players' input seriously. Kevin has that instinct, having been around so many great teams.
Neither team able to build much of a lead up to this point as we start the second quarter. And from what we've seen so far from the Lakers, guys, what are your thoughts?
Just almost an intimidating factor when you're able to go out and consistently come up with the block shots like they have defensively.
Well, what happens is shooters begin to start looking for the shot blockers, and it does intimidate.
So on the floor for the Lakers to start this second quarter, Jordan Clarkson is out there with Williams. Then it's Brandon Bass. Then there's Robert Sacre, and it's Young in at the 3 spot. Here's Sacre, knocked loose. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Harden. And now, here's the 2K leaderboard with the teams that last season scored the most second-chance points in the NBA. The Lakers in 5th.
This was a team that was really savvy when it came to getting position under the boards and then getting those offensive putbacks.
Ty Lawson, he's checked in for Houston. Looking at Los Angeles, they took the win in their last game against the Magic in Orlando.
And the deciding factor in that one was their success from the floor. I mean, they just hit big shots time and time again.
Yeah, just the way you want it when you're the road team. Don't even give the fans a chance to get into it.
Lakers shooting their first free throws of this game.
And the Rockets have lost out on some free agent wars the past few years. They have remained competitive, but you wonder what could have been if they landed or kept some of those big names.
Moniunas is checked in for Jones. And the Lakers also making a switch. Hibbert's checked in. No good from Lawson.
There's no getting around the simple fact that that's a shot he has to knock down.
And Young kicks to Hibbert. On the wing, Williams. Cans it from downtown. Williams has got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. And with the Rockets, it's no secret that they take a very analytical approach to team building. Greg, you and I talked about that. And Clark, you know, you wonder if that hurts them in free agency.
Well, you know, when your front office makes no qualms about viewing players as simply just assets, it can be a hard sell to a free agent.
Los Angeles leading by 5. Clarkson passes to Hibbert. stolen by Lawson. Quarter number 2. We're about 2 minutes in. And Brewer kicks to Ariza. It's good. And he makes his first shot of the game.
Nice touch there near the hoop.
For Los Angeles, they've gone 2 of 3 from the field here to open the second quarter. Top of the key, Clarkson. Bass, a screen on Lawson. Clarkson kicks to Bass, and that one is stuffed right through.
I tell you what, he can do a lot more damage to that rim than that when he wants to.
And you know, Clark, with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one.
Me too.
Well, I'll tell you what, I'm glad he didn't, because otherwise we'd probably have a 45-minute delay here if he shattered the backboard.
Great rise and dime there. He changed gears in midair to make the assist.
And Corey Brewer, guys, out of Florida, remember won those 2 national championships, teaming up with Joakim Noah and Al Horford. Terrific quickness, and that rangy frame makes him a disruptive defender. Great versatility as well on that end of the floor.
Rockets trail by 3. Free throw line jump shot. That one a little long. Los Angeles has gone 1 of 2 on 3-pointers here in the second quarter so far. Outside Williams, and there's the feed to Bass. The shot is off, and Houston the other way now. So it's off to Brooklyn after this game as they have the Nets to look forward to. That'll be the first half of a 2-game trip, and the basket by Brewer.
Boy, that's a nice feed by Lawson.
So timeout called here, the first for Los Angeles. Clark, last season we saw Mona Eunice make some nice strides.
Yeah, big uptick in his scoring efficiency, Kevin. Both his shooting from beyond the arc and from within the arc increased.
And Eunice actually showing a newfound post repertoire there. I mean, he's deceptive. He has hooks and pump fakes, little up and unders. The Rockets looked to him for offense when they weren't playing through Harden.
Catching up on the changes for Houston. Capella's checked in. Jones comes in for Corey Brewer. Marcus Thornton, he's checked in for James Harden. And it's Patrick Beverly in for Ty Lawson. Russell against Beverly. Jones kicks to Ariza. Can't tie it up as that one misses.
And Eunice is a very confident player. I think where he can still improve is his rebounding and defensive impact. With a 7-foot frame, he's got to learn to play like a 7-footer.
They set the pick. And here's Beverly. Passes to Jones. Unloads from 9. Cannot hit. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. And this is the first season matchup for them against this Rockets team. The Lakers have gone 2 for 2 in the game at the line.
Yeah, last year, collectively, only 74% from the line.
And I know the free throw shooting is an area they focused on improving coming into this season.
And so Young nails them both.
Another trip to the stripe for him, and I tell you what, a little bit of a different feel here in the second quarter. A little more banging going on.
Man, and it's really served them well. Seeking out the contact you mentioned and putting pressure on the defense.
Now here's Thornton. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Beverly. The Rockets again can't hit.
Oh, that's a tough three-point try when you've got the defense right there.
Well, he'd have to be really good to knock down the shot like that against that kind of defense.
And so that's the end of the first half. Lakers ahead as they end the second quarter on a 14-6 run. And we'll be back right after this. To get going.
Complete domination. What a game for Brewer. He's got 13 points, and the three-pointers have been dropping for him. He's got 3 of them.
And you know what, Clark? If you continue to shoot the way he is, he may have to become more of an integral part of their offensive scheme.
We've got Lawson. Brewer is out there with Mona Eunice. Then it's Harden, and it's Capella in at the center. That's the 5 for Houston right now.
Another rebound hauled in. They're hitting the glass with a lot of passion.
Guys, that's been the key to their lead. I mean, simply put, the effort they've displayed on the glass has been the difference.
2 straight seasons of no playoffs for the Lakers after last year's miss. Not what they were hoping for.
It's going to be a growing process, Kevin. I mean, they had a young team and an injured superstar in Kobe both years. Hard to make the playoffs in that situation.
Russell against Lawson. Hibbert kicks to Clarkson. Hibbert with a screen on Harden. Back to Hibbert. And again, it's the Lakers.
And guys, for the Lakers, you'd have to go back almost 40 years to find a time when the Lakers missed the postseason in back-to-back years. Fortunately for them, they won 2 titles in the next 6 years after that.
On Enos, no luck.
You know, 9 times out of 10, he's going to knock that one down. He'll spray that one on you.
Now, here's Clarkson, covered by Brewer. Hibbert with the screen. Lock at 6. Here's Clarkson. Ball's knocked loose, and that'll be the Lakers as it goes out of bounds. Lakers retain possession.
And it's doubtful that the Lakers will win multiple titles in the coming years unless something drastic happens. Still, this is a franchise committed to success, and they'll do whatever it takes to get back into the postseason.
Lou Williams is checked in for the Lakers. Brandon Bass is checked in for the Lakers. Those guys for multiple games.
Yeah, and that hurt him inside, but also remember, Beverly goes down right before the playoffs. So in all, the Rockets had 180 missed games on their roster due to injury. Amazing they stayed so resilient and were able to capture that 2 seed.
And the basket by Brewer.
Feeling it. No doubt about it. He's definitely feeling it right now, shooting a terrific percentage from the field.
Bryant dishes to Russell. Hibbert with the screen. The drive by Russell. And finished off by Bass.
And just another example, Kevin, of how they built this lead, just outworking.
Greg, that was definitely an effort play right there. You talk about that all the time, fighting to get proper position, then slamming home the putback.
Yep, and if they can maintain this energy level, their lead will be safe.
On the wing, Harden. He's guarded by Russell. Harden, no good.
You know what? He's just stone cold right now. Really not sure if he's their best option offensively as they try to get back in this game.
The drive by Bryant. And the rebound goes to the Rockets.
Hey, they got the shot they wanted off of that pick, but it just doesn't fall.
Yeah, it didn't go down, but you'll take that shot every single time, Greg. That's good offense.
And the basket by Harden.
Just such a well-rounded offensive player. He's got a little bit of everything.
Guys, I'm not sure there's a better system perfectly.
I don't think you're wrong on that, Kevin. I mean, the Rockets, an analytically minded team. They love layups, free throws, and threes. Harden can get all of those done.
Catching up on the changes for Houston. Terrence Jones is checked in for Capella. Riza comes in for Corey Brewer. And it's Patrick Beverly in for Ty Lawson. Harden gets the bucket.
You know what? That's what you like to see. A perfect pass leading him right into the shot. Didn't even have to break stride.
And Harden, either intentionally or not, is really the poster child for a new era of analytics that's starting to drive basketball. I mean, he generates a lot of points, but most importantly, he does it with tremendous efficiency, in part because he lives at the free throw line. And you know what? He's just not on his game, no doubt about it. Their deficit isn't totally on him, but he has not been an asset for his team.
Williams passes to Bryant. Los Angeles with another miss.
And you know, for the Rockets, acquiring James Harden might be the trade of the decade. You look at what they gave up, and it's hard to argue that they didn't win that transaction in a big way.
Ariza no up. Los Angeles leading by 5. Kobe with it. Bass with the screen. Outside, Kobe. Tries from 10. Good. And the Lakers lead by 7.
Well, he knew how many inches he had over the guy. I mean, let's face it, good decision to just rise up and take the jump shot.
Shot and game clock separated by 5. It's Harden with the drive. Bounces high off the rim and drops. Harden's got 9.
Perfect screen there. Set him up with a terrific look.
Yeah, I like the fact that the setup was good, the screen was solid, but you also have to look at the fact the defender didn't do his job as well as he could have.
Ooh, that's as forceful a finish as you're ever going to see out of this guy.
Well, gee, it adds now to their lead in spectacular fashion.
And, you know, that lead's only going to grow if they're not prepared to defend a little more staunchly than that.
And we've reached the end of the third. Lakers on top. They lead by 7. And we'll have the start of the fourth quarter for you as soon as we get back from this short break. Lakers leading by 7. Taking a look at the Lakers. We've got Nick Young. Roy Hibbert is out there with Julius Randle. Then it's Russell, and it's Clarkson in at the 2.
Boy, he's just dangling from the rim after sending it through there.
You can see which team now has the swagger Clark right now.
Yeah, it's with them.
And guys, that swagger can backfire because you don't want to get your opponent a little too riled up. And they hold a huge advantage on the backboard.
Greg, and that's been the key to this lead. I mean, they've really dominated the glass.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now, Greg, they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
To the middle, got a piece of it, and stolen by Russell. Fast break, the Lakers. Here's Young. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
Yeah, the officials didn't need to talk that one over. It was obvious.
And guys, it looked like Nick Young had finally put it all together. I mean, he had a huge campaign 2 years ago, signs a new 4-year deal. Then last year, disaster strikes. I mean, he provided very little to the team outside of shooting the basketball. And even with that, he dropped to a career worst, 37% from the field.
And Russell gets it to go. And a closer look here at the hustle stats for the Lakers.
You know, block shots, guys, a clear indicator on the stat sheet of their excellent defense. I mean, leaving them no room to get off any shots.
And also, how about the points they've gotten in transition?
Guys, over that last break, I listened to Kevin McHale address his team. He was not happy with their play to this point, telling them we're getting out hustled, plain and simple. There's still time, but we've got to dial up our effort. Kevin, we'll see if they have enough to get it done.
Here's Russell. Again, Los Angeles.
He's played an important role in their offense today, guys. Without him, they may not be in the lead.
Rockets trail by 17. Harden kicks to Moniunas. Young with the steal. Oh, and here comes Young all alone. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2.
Yeah, nice, strong finish there. Nearly a 3-point opportunity.
Full throttle, pedal to the metal, attacking basketball. I like that.
And the second free throw, good.
And guys, the Lakers last season were just a completely different team after Kobe's injury. Not so much in results, but just in how they played on the floor. They actually fared better without Kobe than most thought they would.
And we're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter now. To the paint, up off the screen, and then Hibbert with the dunk.
Wow, just look at that lead. Both ends, they have been the team in control.
Yeah, and they put the fans simply on mute. They've not had anything to cheer about, and they've been silent.
Lawson drives in. Brewer, that is in there. Lawson with the assist. Lawson's got assist number 7 for him tonight.
You know, he's knocking down his shots today, but it hasn't really translated to the scoreboard yet.
Just over 2.5 minutes played now here in the final quarter of regulation. And the basket good. 6 points for Roy Hibbert.
What an incredible run they're on right now. Offense as well as I've ever seen it play.
Every single guy on their team with the absolute Midas magic touch, shooting the lights out here.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Guys, that's putting it mildly. I mean, they've been absolutely dominant.
Now Harden for three. Randall grabs the board. Randall's got 5 rebounds tonight. Russell dishes to Young. An absolute bomb from three-point range.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Everybody on the same page, completely in sync, tremendous communication and awareness. The one-hand slam is so sweet when it's his hand doing the slam.
Oh, yeah, he is so smooth, even on a power finish like that.
And really, that's what makes him unique, that combination of power and polish. And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for the Lakers.
And they could do no wrong today, Steve. That's right. This was a team performing to its Clark fullest capabilities.
Yeah, and a very satisfying win for him, too. A game to remember, and on the other side, definitely one you want to forget as soon as possible.
And every win important, and this one will go down as win number 3.
And so they'll take the first game of the season series, a team they'll only see twice. They're certainly happy to start it off with a win.
And that next meeting, Greg, will be their second and final game of the season series, being in opposite conferences. So you bet nobody wants to get swept even in a 2-game season series. I think the next game will be hotly contested.
And what a huge standout performance it was for Russell. You can't look back at too many major moments in this game and not see his imprint put all over it.
Hibbert with the screen. Clarkson kicks to Young. That 3 off the mark. And now Brewer running the floor all by himself.
No doubt that is within his range.
Well, I would hope so. He's a pro, and it was only a 1-footer. Come on now.
Picked by Randall. Russell kicks to Randall. No good off the pick.
And you saw how quick the defense was. They were ready for him. They got the hand in the face there and made that much more difficult.
Yeah, and every team needs that kind of rugged interior defense because you want to try to distract your opponents when they get inside, and you also want to make them uncomfortable in their shot attempts.
And so it's the Lakers taking care of business here. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for something to get excited about, Greg, but they never got it.
They sure didn't. I mean, they just rolled to this win. They made it look really easy. What an efficient performance at both ends.
And now we'll send it down to Doris Burke, who's standing by courtside.
Kobe, tell us about the mindset of this team tonight and what you hope to accomplish.
Just come out and play well. Just play with a lot of energy, execute well, read the defense well, and make unnecessary cuts.
Talent and execution. Kobe, thank you so much. Guys, over to you.
Thank you, Doris. Great interview once again. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. This is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for tuning in.